Hey everybody, welcome to Post to Post. My name is Neil. It is Friday, or I release this on a Friday. You might not be watching on a Friday, but Friday on this channel means jersey concepts, and that's exactly what this video is. 109 NHL jersey concepts from a designer in the community. His name's Jamie, and he has done 2027 to 2028, his league rebrand vision, basically 109 jerseys. I've not seen these before. That's all the details that I know, so you and I can react to these together. So let's jump in and let's see what Jamie has for us. And the first file name is titled A. I don't know what that means, so let's bring it up. Oh, okay, it's just his little bit of a presentation here. So 2027, 2028, which I already said, league rebrand. Okay, a little introduction slide. That's okay, Jamie. Let's move on to the first one, and this looks like the, I guess, proposed All-Star jerseys, which is amazing because I don't know if you can see behind me, down right over my shoulder there's an All-Star jersey hanging, and that was one of the best All-Star jerseys ever made. It was the iconic design from the Dallas, I think it was the Dallas All-Star game. So this kind of has the same design, and you can see the Muteris logo in there as well. So these are pretty cool. I like them a lot. Okay, Anaheim, the first real team here. So you've got home, away, and alternate. Home is very classic. Away is very classic, still has that kind of slanted design. And then the away has more of a primary color in the purple with some slants in the sleeves instead of the middle. So I think overall it's a pretty decent rebrand. I love the purple, as you guys know if you watch the channel. Not a huge fan of that alternate logo that you see way down there on that jersey. I prefer just a regular one on front. But if Anaheim was going to do this, I would be okay with it. I think their recent rebrand was very well done, but I would be okay with this as well. So good start, Jamie. Next, what? The Atlanta, what? The Atlanta Sloths logo is a prehistoric sloth. Okay, so I know that there was such a thing as a prehistoric sloth, and it was huge, like massive. But the current sloth, or sloth, depending on how you pronounce it, depending on where you're from, is probably the least intimidating, slowest creature that I've ever seen in my life. No offense, Jamie, and I know you're talking about prehistoric sloths here, but just in general, a sloth is probably the worst creature you could put on any sports uniform, just because it's so slow. Now, the prehistoric sloth might not be as slow. I have no idea what the prehistoric sloth was like in terms of speed. I'm sure he was not maybe as slow, but the current one, yeah, sloth doesn't have a real great reputation. So I'd just stay with the Thrashers. I would not rebrand sloth. It's an okay logo, but still, he kind of looks slow as well. So not a big fan of that. Okay, next the Boston Bruins. Pretty generic home, pretty generic way that we're used to. The away is a little bit different, obviously. It looks like a more desaturated yellow versus the rich kind of gold. And then the alternate jersey, I don't know if it was intentional to make the yellow that desaturated, but I do quite like it, specifically in the away jersey. I think that's actually a really pretty away jersey for a yellow one. Yeah, I'm okay with this. You know, this is the rebrand, and that's fine with me. Okay, next, the Buffalo Sabres. Going back to the darker blue instead of the royal blue, so I'm against that decision, so I'd say no for the home and away just based on the color blue. But the away, really like that. I actually really like the striping on there. You got the goat head logo on there, and then the really pretty striping on the arm in the middle of the jersey. It comes to a point right here. That's pretty cool. That's actually a very, very good alternate. Next, the Carolina Hurricanes. So brand new logo, and absolutely love the jersey design itself. I think I prefer the traditional logo that we have now as their primary logo, not on their home jersey as the primary logo. It's complicated. Carolina, get it together, okay? Get it together. But I like the home jersey. I like the away jersey. Very Carolina. And then the away jersey is using more gray throughout the entire uniform, whereas right now in their home jersey, they just use kind of that deep or that dark gray on the shoulders, and then it's black in the primary section of the jersey. But Jamie's elected to use the gray all over the jersey, and I think it looks really good. So I like that alternate logo that you see down at the bottom, and I think it probably belongs on an alternate jersey like Jamie has done, so I'm okay with it. Okay, next, Columbus. Okay, so we still get the pinstripe, but we've got a different logo. We've got the Cannon logo that we see on, was it the Stadium Series or something recently? And then the alternate jersey is really good except for the logo. I think it looks a little bit like a toilet seat, and I know how ironic that sounds if you know what team I actually cheer for, but that really does look like a toilet seat. So I'm not a fan of the logo in the alternate jersey, but I like the rest of the jersey. And the Canon logo is fine, but I wouldn't use it as a main logo for a brand. Next, Calgary Flames. Beautiful desaturated red. Wow, that away jersey that's off-white, that is maybe perfect. I really like that quite a bit. That is amazing. Very heritage style. I mean, it's very similar to what they use now. It's just using off-white, some other changes and stuff. But I really like the desaturation that's happening in the red. It almost makes it burgundy, and a little bit of desaturation in the yellow as well. It's very retro, so I'm a big fan of the home and away here, Jamie. And then the alternate is the blasty with some striping stuff happening down below. I would remove the top half of that striping, just keep the lower half. It's okay. Okay, next is Chicago Blackhawks. So different design on the arms. Overall, I guess, for the Blackhawks, even the logo too. Geez, I didn't even notice the logo. So we've got the different logo, different striping, and the alternate. Not a fan of that alternate logo. It looks like a Pokemon or something. So I'm saying no to that. But I do like this. I do like the home, and I do like the away. I think that would be an okay rebrand. Okay, next Colorado Avalanche. Different logo, different colorization on home away. Alternate is quite interesting. I don't know if I like that hockey stick kind of coming out of the side there. It makes the jersey and logo off balance. So I'd say maybe no to the hockey aspect of that logo, which sounds, I guess, a little counterintuitive to what you would want to design for a hockey logo or hockey team logo. But yeah, it just doesn't fit on there to me. But I like the rest of the jersey. I like the home jersey quite a bit. I like the improved, well, we'll say improved logo, but I don't like the away jersey. It's a little bit too much white for me. Okay, next the Dallas Stars. Pretty logical here. They get the star design for the home and then the away. Those are fine. Not the best versions of those or concepts that I've seen, but still good. And then the alternate is a bit strange. He's got the Muteris in there with some red. I find that very conflicting. It's almost like two jerseys trying to become one or something. So I'd say no to the alternate. Okay, the Detroit Red Wings. I don't mind the away, but the home I would probably change. It makes it look like a little bit of a belly top, having that white stripe come up so much. So yeah, it's not really critical, but yeah, I think I like the current one more. The away, I like the colors and I like the striping and the arrangement, but that logo I'm just not too sure about. And for some reason, I don't get belly top vibes from that, even though the striping is the same as the home. I think maybe the black just helps it a little bit. But anyways, moving on. The Edmonton Oilers. Okay, pretty decent home, pretty decent away. Okay, alternate overall. Not a bad rendition. I think I like what they use now for home and away. Maybe more than this. Specifically in the home jersey. This away jersey that Jamie has done is maybe better than their current away. But overall, pretty good, Jamie. Okay, Florida. I'm pretty sure Jamie's a Florida fan, so he's paid extra attention here. Okay, so the designs are going kind of back into their original jerseys a little bit for home and away, which is totally fine. Keep the numbers on the shoulders, which is great from the current jerseys. It's all right. I think what they use now is better home and away. And then the alternate, I think that's a really good alternate. I would love to see that. I think they had a blue alternate back in like 2013 or something around there, 2010, 2012, whatever it was. It doesn't really matter. But it was very similar to that, and I would love to see something like that come back. That would be really, really cool. Okay, oh, a new team. What is this? It's the Houston Aeros. So we've got a very deep army green, and the lines, there's a pinstripe here with rivets, and you'd see that on the fuselage of a plane. So that's a really cool aspect to the jersey, and I love the fact that it's aviation inspired. You guys know I love aviation. So the colors are actually pretty cool. I think it could use some tweaking, but they're very cool. I like the approach and the direction that Jamie's going here. The alternate jersey, I like the black, the green that's in there. It's very uniform, but I'm not a fan of the logo so much. But really cool brand. Okay, the LA Kings. We've got beautiful home, beautiful away. Totally support both of those. The away jersey is a bit of a callback to the early 2000s, I think. So I think I'd be okay with that as well. Okay, Minnesota Wild. Interesting home and interesting away. Not bad, actually. Now, Minnesota has one of the best home jerseys currently, but that's pretty good. The away jersey is good. And the alternate jersey is beautiful. You've got a jersey that really almost represents the stages of Northern Lights or the Aurora Borealis. You've got, sometimes there's pink, sometimes there's green, sometimes there's blue. There's all different gradients and variations. And that kind of, I feel like that represents that a little bit. And the off-white looks good too. Montreal Canadiens, pretty much the same. I think there's a shade of red that's maybe changing a little bit. And the neck is not fixed, so I would fix the neck. The away is good. The alternate jersey, like the colors as a bit of a call to the Montreal Maroons, but I don't like the logo. It looks oddly 3D, and Looks like the History Channel logo. Okay, next up, the New Jersey Devils. Yeah, decent home, decent away, and really good alternate, which is a callback to the Kansas City Scouts, kind of their lineage, I guess, a little bit. So, yeah, decent jersey. I might want to see some yellow up top on the neck just for some balance, but yeah, it's good. Nashville. Yeah, this one's going to be a miss for me. I know a lot of people who actually like the checkered pattern in their history, the jersey that they used in 2008 or whatever it was. They love it. And I understand, okay? I just don't personally like it. I would not support any jersey that has checkered patterns like this. So I would say no to all three. Sorry, Jamie. Okay, next the Islanders. Fisherman, but like a respectful fisherman. You don't get the big giant wave in the front, but you do get the wave action that's happening in the sleeves. And I know Islanders fans don't like it when I say that I support the fisherman, because a lot of the Islanders fans do not like the fisherman. But I do like this. I like the home. I like the away, and the alternate is good too, even though it's not my favorite logo. Rangers, absolutely immediate. Immediate. Home is beautiful. Away is beautiful with the off-white. And then the alternate jersey, having the off-white in there and just keeping the Rangers. You want to do that, that's fine. But making it an alternate jersey, this is a really good set here. Like, this is probably my favorite so far. This is extremely logical, respectful to the brand, looks good, and has great brand symmetry through all three jerseys. So great job in here, Jamie. Okay, next to Ottawa. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good home, pretty good away. And really good alternates, I think, as well. Okay, let's move on to the next one. It's going to be Philadelphia. Yeah, not a bad jersey design. I don't like the numbers, though. Not a fan of the numbers on the home or the away. I think it looks a little bit awkward. The alternate has good numbers. Overall, not too bad. Okay, Pittsburgh with a different logo showing off a bit of the, what do you call it? The Steelers. A little bit of Steelers design and aspect in here, which is okay. I think that's totally fine. So home jerseys, decent. Away jerseys, decent. Alternate jersey, pretty decent. Next, Seattle Kraken. Well, that's a lot of red for a brand that barely uses it now, and I like it. I like this decision. Put the red on the sleeves. I'm okay with that. Home and away both. That looks pretty good. Interesting alternate jersey. Using that kind of light green as the primary, I'd be okay with that. I don't know where the stars come from, though. I'm not familiar with the Seattle City flag, so not sure if it comes from that. Let me look it up. No stars in the city flag, so I'm not sure where that comes from, but I do kind of like it. And next, the San Jose Sharks. Good home, good away. I like the black in there. That's really nice. And the alternate as an orange, I think that would be really cool for the alternate of the Sharks to be orange. I think that's very logical. They've done it in the past. And this is Utah. And this is Stadium Series. Utah Mammoth versus Nashville Predators. And these are Stadium Series jerseys. Very cool Stadium Series logo for sure. The Predators jersey, I'm going to say, not a fan of that. You're using an old logo, which is more so Winter Classic. So I'd say not for Stadium Series. And also the jersey looks very Reebok. So I'm going to say no for the Nashville one. The Utah one, it's nice. I love the purple that's in there. I like the logo. The colorization is pretty good. I don't like the stripe around the shoulders. And it just doesn't feel Stadium Series to me. It feels a little bit more Winter Classic with the generic striping on the arms and stuff. So this doesn't scream Stadium Series to me. Okay, St. Louis. Okay. Well, that striping pattern is taken from their city flag. And it looks okay. I think the arms are good. I've said this in previous designs that people use this. The frequency of that wave stripe is a little bit too high. It becomes distracting. So I would just flatten it out just a little bit. But it's nice. It's a nice home. It's a nice away. And the alternate jersey is very St. Louis, but it's also very Anaheim original. So I'm okay with it. Not my favorite. Okay, Tampa Bay, lots of black put back into the home and away. Definitely okay with that. And then the alternate, throwing some yellow in there. Okay, so that is great. This is very similar to the idea that I had for redesigning the Tampa Bay home jersey and away jersey. That's coming up on the channel. I'm going through every single team in the NHL and redesigning their home jersey. This is not exactly what I was thinking, but it's similar. Once you see that video from me, you'll understand. So just kind of remember these concepts. But yeah, Jamie, good job. Toronto Maple Leafs, absolutely. I am a big fan of that kind of mid-70s design with the shoulder coming down. I like that a lot. I know Toronto fans who don't like it, but I do. So and that's my opinion. But the alternate is super interesting. It's a very, very dark, deep blue, kind of like the blue that you used in the Arenas jersey from a couple of years ago, with just a lighter blue or gray, can't really tell from my monitor, on the arms, and then almost a color-matched logo. I think that's actually really cool. That'd be a very cool uniform. So big fan of that alternate jersey. Okay, the Utah Mammoth. So home, you got the purple in there. So Jamie, I appreciate that. That's good. The UA's got the purple in there too. So I like that. Both I think are better than what they have now. And the alternate, using that lighter blue as the primary color and some purple in there too. So good job, Jamie. Next, what is this? Jamie. Okay, I have two very strong opinions here. Opinion number one is I don't really like the jersey design of the home and the UA. Strong opinion number two is that these colors are incredible. I love the specific shade of teal that you've chosen with the specific shade of red. Matches great with the yellow and the black. I love the color combination. The logo recolorized like that is absolutely beautiful. I'm getting major Vancouver Grizzlies vibes from this. I think this is tremendous. Big fan of this. Alternate is good. Big fan of the colors. The colors are perfect. I just probably wouldn't use that specific home and away design, but man, love the colors. Next, okay, the Vegas Golden Knights with a logo change. Not too bad. I think their current logo is probably pretty good, so I can't see it going anywhere anytime soon. The alternate is interesting, having the gold on the shoulders come all the way down. I think that's okay. Next, this is the Winter Classic. All right, we got the Carolina Hurricanes versus the Boston Bruins. That Bruins jersey is very Winter Classic. The Hurricanes jersey is more Stadium Series, I feel. It's nice. I just feel like it's more Stadium Series, honestly. But yeah, it's good. Next, Winnipeg. Nice jersey. Now, the plane that's on the jersey here in the logo, I think is the Avro Arrow. If you've not seen or heard of the Avro Arrow, it was a pretty revolutionary plane designed by the Canadians, or the Canadian military, Canadian forces, whatever, or Avro, specifically the company. And it was kiboshed. There's a whole story behind why it was kiboshed or ended, but it was super advanced and had a lot of really great designs, and it's an icon of Canada. It's unfortunate that it never actually got made and into production. But very cool to have that on there. I think that's really awesome, actually. And I like the alternate being red. Might be a controversial opinion, but I like that red in there. Just the way that it's designed is pretty good. So, Jamie, I do like this set. It's nice. Next, the Washington Capitals, which I think is the last one. So, home is Reverse Retro 1.0. Definitely okay with that. Away is the inverse version of that. Definitely okay with that. And the alternate is very close to their home jersey because you've got that white stripe that kind of comes down here on the arm, but blue is the primary here. It looks okay. I already know that my favorite is going to be the Rangers. That is an excellent set. Okay, home, away, and alternate, perfect. I wouldn't change anything on any of the three jerseys. So that was excellent. I also think that the Toronto one was very good. And also just a quick shout out to Vancouver because those colors are so great. I would love to see. This has really sparked some creativity in me for a Vancouver Canucks jersey. So Jamie, I appreciate you using those colors. But wow, 109 jerseys. Jamie, thank you so much for submitting all those. Your vision for 2027, 2028. I appreciate you sending that in. That was a ton of fun to look through. Love going through all your work. It's really improved over the years. So I appreciate you spending the time and sending your work in. If anyone at home wants to get into designing jerseys or has designed jerseys and wants to submit to the channel, details and how to do that are down below in the description. I'd really appreciate seeing your work. We do this every Friday on the channel, looking at work from the community and just starting on the weekend off right, talking hockey, talking designs, having fun, and just chilling, just hanging out, right? So thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. And if you don't have a template, there are free ones out there, but you can also get the highest quality template that's available, which is at sportstemplates.net. And my code post to post works over there to save yourself 10% off of the primary template that you usually see in these videos from submissions, as well as other templates on the site. If you want to do an entire uniform, there are templates available for that. If you want to design the inside of an arena, there are templates available. And if you want to branch out into other sports, football, soccer, baseball, whatever, there's all kinds of templates over there, 70 plus free ones. So feel free to go over there, use my code post to post, save yourself 10%, and have fun, design and send them in. I'd love to see them. Hope you guys have a great start to your weekend. Subscribe if you're new if you want to see more videos like this every Friday plus others. And I will talk to you very soon. Adios.